Good morning.
This is Cougar News Now.
Attention seniors that plan to attend college after high school. College is expensive, and to help pay for it, the Guidance Office has information on how you can apply for scholarships. In fact, at last count, the Guidance Office has information about scholarships worth over $195,000. If you want some of this free money, schedule on an appointment with your counselor ASAP before someone else takes it. Best Buddies will have an ice cream social this Friday, February 17th, from 2:30 to 3:30 in room 702. Members should bring an ice cream topping or a 2-liter.
Beta Club is collecting cleaning items and personal care items to benefit Norton Children's Hospital families at Ronald McDonald House. Please bring your items to your English teacher or Miss Westwood in room 910 through March 3rd.
On March 4th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. there will be a free ACT practice test at the Bullitt County Library.
Are you, student body, interested in becoming a cosmetologist after school? If so, make sure to stop by the Youth Service Center and ask about this month's Career Cafe.
There will be a student talent show on Thursday. May the 4th be with you. Auditions for those wishing to perform will be the last week of March.
The Spring Reading Fling will be on April the 21st during 5th period. Lunch will be provided, so sign up in the library February the 17th. Attention students, there has been practice agriculture COSA exams placed on your grade level Google Classroom. Be sure to start practicing and studying these materials ASAP.
Math ACT workshops have begun again after school. 2:20 to 3:20 in room 107. Sign up with your math teacher.
Track and field will be meeting on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for conditioning. They must have a physical on file before participating.
Baseball tryouts begin February 15th. Please see Coach Moore or Coach Taylor if you are planning to try out. You must have a physical on file at Bullitt Central prior to tryouts.
Football off-seasons have started. Any student interested in playing football next year needs to talk to Coach Keene in room 511. You must have a physical to participate in the off-season program. Many of us use social media almost every day, but there are also many downturns to social media to go with the positive. We're going to talk about a few of those today. Do you use social media? How often?
Just about every day.
I have a Facebook account and an Instagram account. I get on twice a day, one in the morning and one right before I go to bed.
Yeah, I use social media pretty regularly. I just got a Facebook very recently, but I've had Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that before.
Yes, I do. I'm on social media every day.
Yes, I do. I use it every day. I'm on Facebook.
Yes, I do use social media. I use probably more than anything, I use Twitter a lot. I think my wife uses Facebook. I'm still trying to learn. I do have an Instagram account now, but I'm still trying to learn all the ChapSnap stuff or Snapchat, whatever that's called. So I may be on that one day, so look out. I use Twitter just about every day. Probably not tweeting stuff out, but just I use it to keep up with sports and what's going on, different things like that. It kind of in a way replaces the newspaper or anything like that because you get all the information right then when it happens.
One of the main consequences we hear about all the time in Bullitt Central is cyberbullying. Research has shown too much time on social media is correlated with the rise of depression and decrease in self-control. Do you think this is true?
Yeah, probably very often. I think people do it, don't even know they're doing it. It just happens. I agree that social media can correlate with depression and stuff like that. I don't think it necessarily does. I don't think it's the cause of depression always. But a lot of people get on social media and, there's cyberbullying and stuff like that. So people will get super depressed because they see people commenting and liking their posts about them being fat or stupid or something like that. So I can definitely see how social media can cause depression, but I don't think that it's necessarily always the cause of it.
I see cases of that every day. Every day I have students in my office who are telling me about something that someone has said about them or they've heard someone say about someone else online.
I don't know about self-control, but I would say with depression, yes, because I think ways to beat depression and things like that is to interact with people, interact with your friends, and get out and move and do stuff. If you're constantly on your phone, then you're not going to be able to do that. And I really think that as we get more into the social media age and years on down the road, you'll be able to look back and see where it's caused a lot of depression among adolescents because they just can't cope with stuff because they always can just go straight to their phone.
I believe it occurs on a regular basis, but it's not reported as much.
Which do you feel like is more harmful, bullying versus online bullying?
I feel like regular bullying because, there's physical aspects to it other than mental. There's both.
I think that depends on the individual. Some people would rather have a direct face-to-face kind of bullying. Some people would have rather, it would be less painful to have something online. It really just depends on the set person. Either way, it's bullying and it's wrong. So.
Well, I guess that really depends on whether or not the person uses social media. Because, if you don't see the cyberbullying, then it doesn't affect you that much. But if you do, I feel like online bullying can definitely be a lot more impacting because you have that visual of, hey, this is who thinks of me this way, and so agrees with it. So, like, if someone posts something like, she's so ugly or something like that, and then a bunch of people like it or comment on it and say, yeah, she totally is, then that's definitely like really harmful and really impacting on somebody.
I think they're both very harmful, but online bullying, you never get away from it. People can bother you 24 hours a day. When I was in school, if someone was bothering you at school, you go home and you don't have to deal with it. Now, if someone's bothering you online, it's never stops.
I would think the online bullying, because back when I went to school and a lot of the your teachers and stuff, if we had something that happened at school, whether it was bullying or not, it kind of ended then because there was no cell phones, there wasn't any technology like that. So if somebody said something to you bad at school or messed with you, then it kind of ended then and you went home. Now with the social media and everything, kids can say harmful things or they can send out a subtweet or something like that, and then when you go home, it just continues. So they can keep that notion of where you have to go constantly check your phone to see what somebody's saying about you. So I think that in itself can be a lot more harmful because it never leaves you and it's always there.
I believe both are equal. I believe cyberbullying is a little bit easier because you don't have to look at the person that you're bullying, but both types of bullying have very harmful effects.
Cyberbullying is a thing that really does exist. It happens to people every day. So if you are committing cyberbullying, think about the people that it hurts. You might not think about it at first. But then if you're being cyberbullied, see a counselor and see if you can get some help. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.